the previous items that we're featuring, particularly those with that coastal theme, we have new, and these are being presented for the first day, the indoor-outdoor Seaside Maiden figures from Valerie, and they are absolutely stunning. They're graceful, they're tranquil, they're so pretty. So I'll quickly mention they're in, there are 3 options, and already over 1,000 of these have been ordered. Valerie, that's more than half of the quantity you brought in. You said people were discovering these.
Our Val pals had ordered many before we even debuted them at 1 a.m.
Really?
So yes, they know.
They know what they like.
I should
say we know what we like.
Our Val pals should do a tutorial on how to find what you want early, because they have really, and the reception to these, I can't tell you how good that makes me feel. Elizabeth and I teamed up on this with our wonderful maker, Rich, and just had such a good time. And the details, let's jump in, because there's so many details I want to share.
So the only decision you're making is color to begin with. So sea glass or pearl.
Or pearl.
And then walk me through each of the maidens, what our choices will be.
Maiden with hat, and look at her sun hat. Don't you just feel the sun on her shoulder, and the wind,
dress,
the sea
gown
breeze,
that she's wearing.
And look at her hat and the beautiful brim, how we also gave that bronze note. And look at the little bun here in her hair, where we gave a little pearl detail. Of course, we colored it sea glass, but all those little touches, Leah, and this, look at the seashell border over her dress, or her off-the-shoulder dress.
Oh, by the way, she will have an easy pay that works out to $16. So with these terrific easy pay and sale prices. So that's the maiden with hat, and then
the maiden with the standing maiden holding the shell, and of course the shell is open, and yes, there is a pearl. Oh my goodness, is this just fun? And then look at her shawl that has been caught by the wind. I mean, all of these beautiful details. And again, seashells across the front of her dress. I mean, just detail after detail after detail.
Just the beauty, and just the, by the way, she will be $68.98 with a $13.80 easy pay.
Lovely.
And then the kneeling.
And then the kneeling maidens with the conch shell to their ear, listening to the ocean. We have all done that. We have, I mean, this just transports you in time. And then look at how her gown has that point where it's attached, but then the shells go all the way around her back.
Wow.
You know, okay, Dennis. Dennis, feel free to call anytime about the fashion design that you are just like, let me not get the head's a little big. Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
I'll give a quick update.
There you are.
So the Seaside Maiden with the hat in the sea glass.
Yes.
She's gone.
Oh, she's gone.
She's already gone.
Oh my. All right.
So
we'll walk her away.
Okay. Now, if you want the sea glass maidens in either of the other 2 choices with the shell or our kneeling Seaside Maiden, we have 3 dozen in each option. So the sea glass is going very quickly, but the pearl, Valerie?
Well, I want you to see this pearl finish, because, Leah, if I told you how many times it took to get the pearl, we wanted it to have the luster finish, just like your pearl jewelry would have. I'm touching my ears as if I don't have pearl earrings on, but you know, if I did. That's what we wanted, and it took several trial and errors.
Yeah.
That might be an understatement, but you know what? We want it right, and it was worth every round of sampling to make sure that this was look at that finish.
Yeah.
It does. It looks like it has that gorgeous, expensive pearl luster. And do you see the scallop shell pattern in her gown? Now in the sea glass, we gave it a little white wash, but look at it in the pearl. And the wind has picked up her skirt.
So pretty.
These are gorgeous. I love what you said. You said graceful and tranquil, and they have an elegance to them.
They do.
They really do.
Can we show, because I love what you've done here on this
with the
sofa
porcelain,
table in the back.
The porcelain shells, which we haven't gotten to yet, but we will. We promise.
Look at this.
It's just, there is a simplicity here.
Look at
Leah,
how
let's just sit down
I
for a
know.
moment,
Can we
shall
just make
we?
ourselves
Oh my goodness.
comfortable?
Oh my goodness, yes.
But this is lovely. I mean, and you know, you probably have maybe a sofa table or a side table or an accent table. And this is really what's so nice about being able to change our decoration for the season.
I agree.
And that you do see the pearlescence, you do see the luster.
You do.
Oh, these are gorgeous.
And these are statues. These are our inspiration is bronze statues, and really capturing statuary that's of an appropriate size for you to use inside your home. They are so lovely.
Yeah.
The Capiz boxes, I just want to give a shout out to, because this is the blue. There's also a sea glass. There's also a pearl. They are stunning, as is the tray.
Yeah.
But being able to raise her up, the kneeling, it just, I mean, any of them could be. Let's try this.
And I'll mention, because the kneeling Seaside Maiden, she is just about a little over 9 inches tall. The Seaside Maiden holding the shell, she is 14 inches tall. And then the Seaside Maiden with the hat, she's 16 inches tall. And so you're able to stagger and kind of, but she becomes the focal point.
She does, and I love the way she's holding, you know, that clamshell. And and we've done the clamshell here, just as we have the maiden with the conch to her ear.
I love
and
it.
we
And
also have the conch shape. So look at how you can pair. These are sold individually. You can pair the companion shell with your maiden.
We're going to talk about those illuminated starfish and shell and clamshell in just a moment. Let me just point to our Seaside Maiden with the hat in the pearl. She's been the most popular. We are down to 2 dozen remaining. And remember, she's statuesque. She stands 16 inches tall. You really do see the luster of the pearl. I love this almost sort of antique bronze.
It's just beautiful.
It's just tranquil and graceful.
Perfection.
Yeah. All right, let's pop back up. I'll give you the updates.
Okay.
Because this is, you were shopping with, and because Valerie, you knew they were coming. We're last call if you want sea glass in either choice. So if you want the Seaside Maiden with the shell or the kneeling Seaside Maiden, last call in both the sea glass. And then remember, we have the same options for you, the Seaside Maiden kneeling. We have about 200 in the pearl. With the shell, we have 150 in the pearl, and then with the hat, 1 dozen left. So, and I know many people will want to have the set. It works out to anywhere from $13 to about $14 with your easy pay. So put them in your cart and check out, because remember, it's not yours until you do. And I say that because when you hear me say there are a dozen,